Hello everyone. I'm finally here. After being sick for several days, I'm finally doing my live that was supposed to be on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. Then I tried for Thursday and I just didn't feel well enough. I had some sort of viral thing. I don't know what it was. They didn't really give me a diagnosis. I had to go to urgent care. I was so nauseous, I had to get a shot. Whoa. But thank heavens for modern medicine. So I'm here because I didn't want to wait till next week because some of the things that I want to share with you today are already out of stock. So I just didn't want to wait any longer to go live. I'm going to show you some sneak peeks of some really fun things coming. And we're going to take a look at some things that are leaving us. So in case you don't have them and would like to get them, you can get them. I'm looking on my laptop here, trying to get on my Create with Joey page because that's where I see your comments. And it's slow, as usual, as things going on with the internet. But I would love for you to say hello when you join. And I don't know if I introduced myself. I'm Joey. I'm coming to you live from Lincoln, Nebraska. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for a little over 20 years. And I love to share things I'm excited about, things I love. And I like to do it as often as I can. I'm usually live on Wednesdays, but this week, as I said, I didn't make it. So make sure to say hi when you come on. Even if you're watching replay, I'd love for you to say hello. If you're watching on YouTube, you're watching a recording of a Facebook Live, but I'm so happy you're here. Thanks so much for being here and watching. If you enjoy the video, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I would also invite all of you to be part of my email list, and I will put a link. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll put a link in the video description because that's where I really share everything I'm doing, all my events. I share free weekly tutorials. So make sure if you're not part of that you do sign up for that. I'm going to grab my link to sign up for my email list on my while we're live on Facebook so that you can subscribe there if that's where you see my video instead of on YouTube. I always do upload my videos to YouTube. There I have my links going. So now I can see your comments and I see my friend Diane is on. Hello Diane, so nice to see you. And I'm just excited to get going with you today. So I'm going to flip the camera down. There's Kathy jumping on. Hi, Kathy. And we're going to get started. Let's go here. I'm going to have to click a couple tools here on my phone. So I'll click a toolbar and then I'll be going upside down, but you'll be right side up. There we go. And hopefully it won't be too hard of an adjustment. I'm still doing this the old-fashioned way of just moving my phone. I did sign up for a subscription to be able to go live both on YouTube and Facebook, but I don't have. I haven't had a chance to try it, so I'm here with doing it the way I usually do, which just usually works okay. Sometimes not great. Oh, I can see everything's getting moved around a little bit. Okay, listen, you guys, I just have to share with you. I am so excited about these two offerings that are coming up in the spring. Isn't this a gorgeous cover for the spring mini catalog starting in January? And then also we're going to start Celebration. Now, why am I showing you these things today? Well, one reason is, the main reason is actually that if you are interested in getting some of the products I'm showing you today, if you join Stampin' Up, and I would love to have you on my team is called Stampin' Sweethearts, and we have a very fun, low-key just really loving group of ladies that love to stamp and love to share with each other. Some do this do workshops like I do. Some just love to stamp and get the discount. Most people actually do that. So anyway, that's one of the reasons I want to show you today. And the other reason would be to just have you know what's coming and help build excitement for some really beautiful things. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Julie. Oh, good. Kathy, I'm glad you caught me live as well. I can't show you the inside of these, but I did want to. We are going to work with some of the products today, so you get to see a sneak peek, and I'm really excited to share with you. All right. One thing that is retiring is this set called Heartfelt Hexagon. Originally, the bundle was $37.75. Don't buy any of the things I'm showing you today in the bundle if they're still available, because they're cheaper to buy them individually. So this used to be $20. It's now $8. You guys, look at how cute these. There's like a Mr. and Mrs. for a wedding. I hope your day is filled with joy. Let's eat cake. There's a sympathy, sending you lots of love and hugs. A little flower, a little corner design, some other flowers, hearts, leaves. This has everything you need. Actually, if you're a beginning stamper, this is actually a perfect set to start with. It has birthday, sympathy, everything that we just talked about. It pairs with this punch. This punch is called this is called Heartfelt Hexagon. The number is 162882. And the punch is listed in the catalog, but it's one of those odd things that they don't even actually show the punch. So I'm going to show you the page that they say it's on. So the catalog in the index says it's on page 96, and the only thing that's on page 96 of the annual catalog is down here in the very corner. If you can see it on the screen, it says Heartfelt Hexagon Punch, and it gives the number. It's $23. The number for that is 162888. But they do not anywhere actually show the punch. They show this little, here they have used it. So I think that's very confusing. You can obviously see it online, and I'm showing it here for you today. This is a steal. Julie says one of my favorite sets. What a steal. It is such a steal, and anything that combines with a punch, and this punch is so versatile. Even if you don't have the stamp set, you can use this punch in so many ways. I've used it a lot. And then, but particularly with this stamp set, this is a must-have. Honestly, if you don't have it, this really needs to be added to your collection. Okay, let's make something fun with this, and we'll use some new things as well today. So, I'm hoping I have everything ready today. Gosh, this didn't score very well. I might have to rescore that. Because my brain has been a little bit scattered. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know what I had. Steve was sick last week, the first part of the week, and by Saturday, I was not feeling very well. I had a stomach ache and a headache. Just no energy, etc. I scored this. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it 5 1/2 and 1 1/4. I'm going to rescore this. Let me grab my paper trimmer, because it looks like I went out of the track, and I'm going to make sure I have a good score line on this, because it's going to be important to folding it down. So I'm going to come back over here at 1 1/4, and then get my cutting blade out of the way, and then we're going to rescore that. Oops. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I really went out of the line when I first scored it, but we're good now. I think we've got it right. This is Pool Party cardstock. If you're not familiar with our Stampin' Up! Colors, or even if you are, you might want to know what I am using. So I'm going to fold that back. We're going to go up like this, and then we're going to go up like this. This is the pocket card. This is a really easy, fun, full card. And I'll show you how we're going to make it into a pocket. But let me first show you something new that's coming. I want to show you this paper. This comes in 12 by 12 paper. This is called, I have to turn away from the camera for a minute. This is called Wildflower Birthday 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. Now I have some I'm going to show you these in a moment, but I did not cut apart the paper. Well, I didn't take apart one of the bonuses in this set of, let me hold it this way, in this set of papers is these punch outs that just punch right out. I don't want to pull it out yet because I'm not ready to use them, but this whole sheet punches out for either scrapbook pages or cards. This is really perfect for scrapbook pages as well. Now I probably won't be able to get that back in there, but I'll get it later and fix it. But these are the patterns that come with this. And look at the gold accents. We're going to put some gold accents on our card today. Here's a scallop. I always love scallops with the pool party. And then another floral with the gold accents. And this darling, darling cake paper, which we're going to use today on our card. And then the backs, you know, are pink gingham. Can we all say that is fabulous? And then these sweet, soft patterns. We're going to use this one as well today for the backs. Anyway, I really love this paper. It combines with a whole birthday suite, of which I'll share another day, but not today. Today we're going to share some things that if you don't jump on them right away, you might miss out. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll get some designer paper on our card. So now I've cut that beautiful cake paper down to 3 by 4, and that's how you can use. I didn't go all the way up here because this is going to be covered. So we're just going to put this on the front of our card. Let's just go ahead and do that while we've got it out here. And a 3 by 4 piece of your designer series paper makes your 12 by 12 page go really far. So I like to do that when I can. And then we're going to use this sweet little scallop right up here on the fold that goes under. We can go ahead and close this under like so, and then just close that down. And then we'll go ahead and put our pretty scallop paper up here like so. This is an easy and fast card. This is going to be a birthday card, but let's eat cake could be any celebration. Now, I'm going to also, I think I have it cut. Gosh, you guys, I hope I have everything cut for today. I may not have cut that. Let me grab my DSP. My brain doesn't want to really wake up. Well, okay, I'll tell you why. It does and it doesn't. So I woke up really early this morning. Our stripe patterns on the back of our cape. Don't you hate it when you love two patterns on both sides? We talked about that before. But I woke up really early this morning. I could not go back to sleep. Like I woke up about 5. We're going to make this about 1 1/4. This little strip. And I just got up. Steve got up about 7, or maybe a little earlier, and said, "What are you doing up?" And I said, "Well, I just couldn't go back to sleep." This is going to be on the, oops, not that one. This is going to be on the inside of our card. Now, since I wanted this to, that's not the right one. Good heavens, you guys. Let's try this again. I thought I checked everything this morning. We're going to grab a piece of, it might go like this today, friends, but I hope you'll stick with me because I really think you'll enjoy what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to cut my inside paper. This is going to be the part that's going to slip in and out at 4 inches. And then I'm going to cut the this way going, I think it should have been 5 3/8. Let's try that. I know I did cut this earlier, but it probably ended up in the wrong card. We'll probably find it in a bit when we're making the other cards. So let's go ahead, and I think this is, now why I didn't want to use this one is because when you tuck it in, then your border up here is wider than your side borders. So I don't know why that's there. It should have been this one. And see, now this one is going to, it looks like maybe we should have cut that just a little bit more. So I cut this at 5 3/8. Let's cut off 1 more 1/8. Trim this up to 5, and let's go 5 1/4 for this, right? 5 3/8, 1/8 smaller will be, I might go 5 1/8 plus. Just cut it a 16th, because then I think we'll be just about right. I'll have the directions for these in the PDF tutorial. There we go. That's perfect. If you put in a $40 order this week through Sunday, so it's only 3 days because I'm late getting out my Facebook Live, but using this host code, I will send you all the supplies for the cards I'm making today, which means you're going to get some samples of some of the new paper that's coming. So for this guy, I'm going to go ahead and put this stripe paper at the top of the inside piece. So I'm just going to put it at the top. And then let's go ahead and put our inside greeting. For this, I'm going to use, I hope your day is filled with joy. For me, this is probably going to be a birthday card. It could be a wedding card, though. Let's eat cake, and I hope your day is filled with joy. It could be definitely wedding. I'm using Pretty in Pink, and I'm going to just kind of square this up a little bit. Sorry, no, I can see I'm getting my head in the picture. Sorry about that. Okay, I hope your day is filled with joy. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this little flower stem here in soft sea foam, of which I think I didn't grab. Let's see. No, I didn't grab it. So let me grab that. It's right here, but I can grab it quickly, but I just didn't have it laying out. So we're going to use soft sea foam and this sweet little flower that's part of this set. Let's go ahead and stamp it in soft sea foam. And then let's take our Stampin' Right marker. I think we have Stampin' Blends in Pretty in Pink, but for some reason I couldn't locate mine this morning. So I was in a hurry. You know how that goes sometimes. I'm just going to put a little pink on this flower at the top, like so. I think that's enough. It kind of just makes it blend all together. So now, let's set that aside and let's finish the front of our card. I'm going to grab, and I'll send you the ribbons I use as well. So the only thing I won't be sending are the embellishments I used today. But I will send, if your order is $50 or more, I will send an embellishment with your card kit. All right, look at this, you guys. We used to have this in silver. This was one of my favorite ribbons. I kept it as long as I could. I think now I have used it all. I don't think I have any left, but I love it. It's not hard to tie at all. We're going to go ahead and just tie it around our card here. I'm going to, did I make a bow? I don't think I made a bow. I think I made a knot, so I don't need quite that much. This is called Open Weave Trim. That's still too much. I don't want to waste it. I really like it. Okay, so that's still too much. Come across here. And really easy knot here. Just going to tie a knot. I'm going to make my, I'm tying it off the bolt, which helps save your ribbon. I'm going to kind of go in the middle here. And I'm putting my ribbon perpendicular to my horizontal ribbon that's already around the card. Then I'm just looping my right one under, and I'm just pulling the right one, and that helps the knot stay just a little bit more square. And oh my gosh. You might hear Teddy coming down the stairs. I had him corralled, but I think Steve must be home and let him out. Because he comes and steals things. He steals ribbon, like out of my ribbon holder that he can get to, which I know he shouldn't be able to even get to it, but he can. So we'll hope that he doesn't cause a ruckus. Anyway, if you wonder who Teddy is, our multi-poo puppy, in case you're wondering, well, who the heck is Teddy? Okay, so we've got that. Now, let's set that aside. Let's go ahead and put this in our card like so. Got this in there. Isn't that pretty? Just like that even. And then we'll grab our stamps to do the front of our card. We'll have a little outline, and let me grab some scrap paper as well. My head's come out. Oh, let's grab one. Here's a piece. For this, we're going to use Pool Party, I think. Yes, Pool Party. Grab that. Hi, Christy. Julie's asking if this is a celebration paper. No, Julie, this is in the mini catalog, this paper. But we are going to work with a celebration paper today that I'm excited to share with you. And if you're someone who doesn't know what celebration is a time in the Stampin' Up! Year. It's January and February, where for every $60 you spend, it is you can get a free item, and the item is usually worth like between $15 and $19 or $20. Okay, I've stamped our little border that we have in our stamp set and Pool Party, and then I'm going to stamp the greeting in pink again. So I'm going to just grab my pink. This says Let's Eat Cake. So let me go ahead and get this in here. Again, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm getting my head in the picture. I feel like I probably am. But I don't want to mess with the camera because for the most part, it's okay. So if I change it, sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. So let's go ahead and punch this out with a punch. Hi, Christy. Good afternoon. I'm going to just line this up and we'll punch it out. Now, this particular card does not use any die cutting. So if you're new to stamping or you don't have a die cutting machine, you can make this card very easily. I'm going to take some gold foil, and then we're just going to use, this is called the bow punch, B-O-U-G-H. I'm going to try and get as close as I can as the part that's already been punched so I don't waste my paper. But it's another good punch to have. If you don't have this punch, you need this for your collection. I say that in all seriousness. I use it all the time. All right, let's put this aside. Then let's get out our greeting here. And for this, I'm just going to make this really simple. I'm just going to grab some mini glue dots. I'm going to put my elements on my mini glue dots like so. And then I'm just going to put those on my card. Well, not my card. I'm going to put them on my little label here, my little punch out. And we're going to grab this one. Again, let me go over the name of this. You won't be able to find this online yet unless you are a demonstrator. If you're not a demonstrator, it's a perfect time to join because you can buy everything you're seeing today. You can buy or earn with celebration dollars what I'm showing you. So let's go ahead, other than the things that are for sale that are on clearance. But what I'm showing you is on clearance. I already used two things. I made these cards, as earlier in the week. And before I can show you today, a couple things I used have sold out. So I hate that. I hate showing, whoops. What I want to do with this is I want to get these dimensionals far away from the ribbon. I don't want to try and adhere them to the ribbon. So we're going to just go like this. There's a little bit of bling on it. And then we are going to put, these are a new gem that are coming. These are also in the new mini catalog. These are called Low Profile Dots. Not a very exciting name. But Low Profile Dots, they're really pretty. They're shiny, and you have kind of petal pink, and then these are gold. And I could use either one. Let's see if these will show up. Oh, they have sparkles in them. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't see it, but there's a little shimmery sparkle in them. At least the pink ones. Let's go with pink. We could do gold. Let's just, but if we put it on this little label, it's going to show up pretty well. So let's do that. Let's see, cake. Isn't it cute, you guys? And then here was my first one. And I didn't get gems on my first one. Well, let's put gold on the first one and see if we like that better. Because this card could use either gold or, and I might, for this one, I might put the gems off of it because I think it'll show up better. I think the pink would have disappeared on that paper. So I think we can do that. So there's with the gold shimmer dots, and here's with the pink petal. I think they're petal pink. I don't remember from the catalog what they're supposed to be, but they're really sweet, easy, fun, full card. Anybody can make this. And if you don't have this stamp set, my friends, for $8, you cannot go wrong with this, and don't wait because things are disappearing off of the clearance rack. Okay, so there's card number one. So let me know what you think about that one while I get out everything to make our next card. I will tell you this. I have planned to do, separate these into different Facebook Live videos. I'm just going to do one or two cards and then do a separate video because they're a little bit more involved, but these things are flying out of the clearance rack so fast that I thought I've got to go ahead and show everybody in one fell swoop. So I did do quite a bit of ahead of time work on this. So here's something else I want to show you. The Simply Xenia, some say Xenia, some say Xenia. My mom always said Xenia, so that's what I say. This stamp set is also on sale. It used to be $25. It's now $12.50. This was an online exclusive, and so it wasn't in any of the catalogs. And the dies for this, do I have the dies out here? Yeah. So the dies for this, these gorgeous dies, they were $33. They're down to $19.80. So the dies, the number for those is 163479 if you want to take a screenshot, or for the stamps is 163474. Don't order the bundle because it's more expensive to order the bundle than if you order separately. So make sure you order separately for these. We're going to make a card with this stamp set. I'll show you the paper I used for this one. Now, this is a celebration paper that's going to be coming available in January. This paper is called, I have to grab the actual paper pack. I've been playing with this and it's just so pretty. It's called Bloom Impressions Designer Series Paper. Bloom, B-L-O-O-M, like flowers bloom, impressions, and I'll show you the paper. This is a 12 by 12 paper available with a $60 purchase in January. Or if you join my team right now, join Stampin' Up, you can get this right now with a $60 purchase. So these are just gorgeous small patterns that'll be so pretty and easy to work with. Look at the colors on this. They're very watercoloring. And here's a yellow one, and here's, I love the colors on this one, the pink and the corals and that one, and then this one. I like florals, so I love papers that have a lot of flowers in them. And then the back is muted, just like normal with Stampin' Up. They usually have one side that's very colorful and busy, and then another side that is not. And so you have a lot of choice of how to use your paper. Okay, let's make a card with that, and let's make it with the zinnias as well. This is another foam fold. Well, it's supposed to be. I don't think I scored this. Yes, I did. I scored it the way I wanted it. This is going to be an easel card. I was making a lot of easel cards on Facebook Live, and then I thought, I've been making a lot of easel cards. I probably should do something else. But this is just scored at, again, this is 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 5 1/2 and 2 3/4, so exactly in the middle of it. So now for this one, okay, I'll tell you what happened here. Here's my card. I just love this card. I think it turned out so pretty. And then the easel goes like this. So you set it on your desk, or someone can set it on their desk like so. I have to alter this one because these dies that I used, the deckled rectangle dies, are sold out. So we can't use those. So I compromised a little bit, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Let me get everything out here for this card. I have everything. I think I have everything. Now for this card, instead of using the deckled rectangle dies, what I did was, and I'll show you all this, and I'll give you instructions for this in your written PDF, but I cut 2 pieces of basic white thick, and I cut them, let me give you the dimensions here. So I think 3 1/2 by, looks like 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. I just cut 2 pieces of white, and then what I did was use the, oh, what are these called? I got it here. Everyday Details dies. And what I did was I used this one, and I cut out, I put these, pretend like these aren't cut. So like they look like this. And then I just put this on them and cut them out, the frames. Then I had that. And then what I did is I sent them through the embossing folder, the Zinnia embossing folder. So this too is on sale, you guys. The Zinnia embossing folder, it was $14 and now it's $7.70. I missed getting the number on this, but I'll put it up so you can see if you want to take a screenshot of the name of it, so you can find it online if you're looking for it, but it is down to $7.70. So I sent it through the Zinnia embossing folder like this. So this is what we have left with this. Now, what I did is I cut my designer series paper the same size as this. So this is going to go like this on top of here. And then I cut just a plain, actually that's for a second card. So then I just cut a plain piece of paper the same size like so. Does that make sense? So I kind of got the same idea as the deckled rectangles, but this is still available. The deckled rectangles are not, but everything that I'm showing you here is available. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my DSP right down on the backing. This is also white, thick, basic white, thick. It's just going to give it a little bit more support. And then we're just going to take let's take liquid glue in this case. Oops. And then we'll put it around. I want to make sure I've got the raised side out. So this is the raised side. So I'm going to go ahead and put oops, well, that came squirting out. So now I'm not squeezing, I'm just moving it around here, so we don't get a big blob of glue. I can't believe it. I think was it yet this morning, or did I do this yesterday, where I looked for the number for the deckled rectangles and they were gone. I'm like, oh no. But I thought of this one. This is also actually part of a bundle. Let me show you. I'm going to let that sit for just a minute. It'll be okay to let it sit. But the Everyday Details this was a bundle, or is still, I think, a bundle. But this is staying. That's the price of the bundle, so not the price of the stamp set. This is staying These are not stained. The dies are not stained. So, as I think I already said, the dies were $34, now they're $23.80. All right, so now that's what I used, and I did it ahead of time just to save time on the video, because as I said earlier, I had intended to make more than one video, but everything is just flying out of the online store. So don't wait. Do not wait. Make sure you get your order in, or you might miss out on something you really want. Okay, so this is pretty well squared up. The good thing about liquid glue is you can move it a little bit. So there we go. I think it's all pretty squared up, so that's good. All right, then on the inside, this is going to be the inside of a card. I'm going to take, oh gosh, I lost my, oh, for Pete's sake, cancel. Oh my gosh, okay. I lost my feed on my laptop, but I'll come back. It should come back on. I just rebooted it, so it should be okay. I'm going to work with it just a minute here, because for some reason it went to my community group instead. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my zinnias in, let's see, I think I used Blackberry Bliss. Pretty sure I did. So let's go ahead and do that. Just going to stamp them down here in the corner, kind of like so. And then I'm going to take my Wink of Stella. Hope I left that out. Yeah, I did. And I'm going to use it on the middle of the flower, and you can see it kind of moves the ink, which I love that. We're going to do that on the front too. Let's do that. And it doesn't take very long. I'm not going to be very precise with this because I just want you to see the effect you can get. Now the ink is really fresh, so it's moving really easily. But you can still do this even if you've let your ink set for longer than I just did. It'll still move the ink around a little bit and kind of blend everything together. Okay, so there's our zinnias. We're gonna go with that. I can make it better later, but let's just leave that. And then let's put that on the inside of our card. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have, oh yeah, I have a greeting, but that's what's gonna make this easel card. So I'll wait for that. Let's go ahead and, hi Julie. What are the gold strips? Gold strips. This card, Christy, this is a DSP. It's a new DSP coming in the new mini catalog, and it's called, I don't have my names on my little samples, Wildflower Birthday, part of the Wildflower Birthday Suite. Okay, now we're going to also take, I have a label already cut here. Now this label I got from the Christmas Labels Dies. These are retiring, and I do think they're discounted. I didn't get the price on these, so I'm sorry for that. But these I think are not to miss as well, and they go with the stamp set perfectly. So, but even if you don't get the stamp set, I love these labels. I'm really sad they're leaving. They're so decorative and pretty, but they are also retiring. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a stain from the our Zinnia stamp set, and then go back to the Blackberry Bliss. I got distracted looking at the comments. Birthday cards. So Julie mentioned she's getting ready to replenish her birthday cards, or she's in the process, or she wants to make sure she's doing it, or whatever she's thinking. Her comment was, I need to replenish my birthday cards. So same, Julie, this time of year is when I start actually thinking about birthdays and getting that done. This is going to be a thank you card, but I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals And then we need to do our main image so that that is done on the front of our card. So this is what's going to make it the easel card. So I'm just going to prop this up here. And then there's still room to write. And then this is going to sit like this. And we can actually do this part right now. Let's go ahead and do that. Looks like I did not cut. I thought I had cut the two white pieces the same, but it doesn't matter because that's not going to show. But here's our score line. So I'm going to put all of my dimensionals below that score line. I am going to use dimensionals. You could use adhesive here or you could use liquid glue. You just have to make sure you don't go above your score line so that your easel will be an easel and it won't be stuck closed. Let's go ahead and get these like so. And then we'll go ahead and pop this up. Now again, this paper is a new celebration paper coming on. It was in that group of florals I showed you right before this paper. So we've got this so far. All right, now let's just do our main image. We have to do that. So let me grab, whoops, that's not it. Where is it? All right, move things around here. Did I not put that on a block? I thought I did. Just a second. Here we go with that. I did, but I just stamped with it, duh. All right, now let's get some scrap paper out. And we'll stamp our zinnias again, and then let's see, where is my ink? Here we go. Blackberry Bliss. Christy, you're welcome. I'm happy to know that was your question, actually. All right. Well, this is a big stamp, so I'm going to ink it like this, and I'm just tapping. You don't want to squish down your ink pad on your stamp because it just gets ink where you don't want it. It gets it around all the rubber parts. There we go. We're going to end up die cutting this, but let's use our Wink of Stella right away. I'm going to actually clean this stamp first because Blackberry Bliss is one of those colors that has a life of its own. And once it gets on your finger or anything else, you find it everywhere in places where you really don't want it. So now let's get back to our Wink of Stella and let's color our zinnias. I really like pinks and purples. I had a hard time deciding whether to go with the pinks and purples or the yellows that are in this paper. I'll show you my yellow one too. It's just like this, only yellow. With same paper pack, same stamp set. And again, this is on last chance. So if you don't have this stamp set, it's a really nice one for a lot of greetings too. There's a thank you. There's two thank yous. Sending flowers and thinking of you. And then there's the leaf and one zinnia flower. And then this group of zinnias, which is so pretty. Again, you won't find this in the catalog, as I think I mentioned earlier. It's an online exclusive. An online exclusive just simply means you only find it online, that it isn't in a written publication. So I'm just kind of hurrying through this a little bit as we go. Okay. I really love how that adds so much depth to the flowers. All right, let's go ahead and get this die cut. I'm going to grab the die cutting machine and then we're ready to finish our card. Hang on a second. Okay, so I just had somebody just purchase their die cutting machine for the first time, and I just thought, oh, she's in for so much fun. She's a friend who's local here, and she comes to stamp in person with me, and on the free shipping day, she ordered her die cutting machine. I'm like, good for you. That's like saving 11% or even more, because in Nebraska our shipping is taxed as well. So I might have to get the tape for this. Hang on while I grab my... This is my Post-it tape. I just get this from Amazon. It looks like that. And sometimes, I don't use it all the time, but sometimes you really, really don't want something to move. And I really, really don't want this to move. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut it. And there we go. I'm also bummed that I was sick because I had to reschedule our team Christmas party. We're going to have it, but I just had to move it. And I was bummed about that because I was looking forward to it. We do a potluck with my team up for Christmas. It's an all-out Christmas party. We do Secret Santas. And people participate both online and in person. So I have a team in other states, not just Nebraska. So we include everybody in all of the celebration. Of course, they can't come and have potluck with us, but everything else we do online with them. The Secret Santa. We do card swaps, and they're included in that. I always have gifts. I have gifts for them as well. But anyway, it's a fun group. And again, if you want to get some of these products early, I would encourage you to sign up with Stampin' Up. If you have any questions, you can message me anytime. I'm always happy to answer any questions. Let's go ahead and stamp the greeting on the front greeting with this beautiful font that's mixed with cursive and printing. All right, I'm going to try and keep my head out of the camera. Sending flowers and thinking of you. Let's see if we can get that straight. Oh, pretty good. Not bad. Then we're ready to finish our card. Now, I'm going to show you two other things that I think are spectacular in the new celebration catalog. So let me grab, where is it? Look at this. This is Fresh Freesia ribbon. It's seam binding ribbon. We've had that kind of ribbon. Oh, you know what? I goofed. I shouldn't have put this on because we have to put the ribbon. Well, hang on. As typical for Joey, we have to take something apart. Let me grab this. I'm going to be very gentle. I'm just kind of gently pulling towards those dimensionals. And so far, whoops, this one wants to tug. So far, it's coming off. There we go. Missed one of them. And you can, oops, you can roll your dimensionals. So if you ever struggle getting them off, just try and roll them, and it'll work. Almost always 100%. All right, let's go there with that one. Okay, now we're going to wrap this gorgeous ribbon around the bottom of our card. Oh, Julie, are you talking about coloring your image with your Wink of Stella when you use a color? Julie's saying that what a great way to color the image, this type of image. She forgets about doing this. I think she's talking about using your Wink of Stella to just add some depth to it. Okay, let's grab, we're going to make a bow here. I don't know exactly where I want this bow, but I'm going to put it, for now, kind of head towards the middle of our card. Can you see me? Make sure I get up here. Make this like so. I'm so excited about this ribbon. Well, I love Fresh Freesia. And it's just so pretty. It's gorgeous with this paper, but it's gorgeous with several other papers that are coming out. And again, this is a celebration item, so you can't get it now, and you never will be able to buy it. Well, you can get it now if you join Stampin' Up! Again. So that's another reason I'm showing you all these things now, because As we know, during celebration especially, things sell out, and especially the most popular things sell out. So now we've got this guy on here. Now let's try this again. Let's see if we can. I kind of don't want that one down that low because I don't want it. If I can avoid it on my ribbon, I want to avoid it on my ribbon. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to center this again. I'm not going to push down too hard yet. Just going to tap it down until I kind of get everything situated. Okay, let me go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of this. I just love how this card turned out. I think it might be the favorite one I'm showing you today, although I have 2 more to show you today because we have 4 total. But I'm so excited about some of the things that are coming. And, you know, I start Christmas in July, literally. So I have Christmas in July classes, and then I do Christmas all through now. But I'm winding out of Christmas. I have my next, now next Wednesday will be my Craft Along. And we are using decorative trees, which is a Christmas set. And then that's my last Christmas class, if you can believe it. We're moving on, moving into spring and celebration. It is cold here. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska, if I didn't share that earlier. It's pretty cold here. And we haven't had snow yet. They said we might have snow today, but it doesn't look to me like it's going to snow today. Sending flowers and thinking of you. Let's kind of put this down here. But I don't want my bow to cover up. So I'm going to pull this bow just a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. And there we go. There we go. Whoops. Let's get that down. There it is. Now, you guys, one of my absolute favorite things to show you today that I'm super excited about. Look at these purple sequins. And I think that's what they're called. Purple adhesive back sequins. And some are not as purple as I think they are pink. But they are so pretty. And for this card, I used on my original one that I made up earlier this week. I used... what did I use? I think I used this one. Looks like I did. I could use this one, or we could use this purple one. Oh, I like that. Let's go with that one for this card. I think I did use the other ones on the other card, but they are so sparkly. Look how pretty they are. Again, these I do not think will last during celebration. So if you're already a demonstrator, I would say choose these as one of your options if you put in orders before celebration starts. If you aren't a demonstrator and you want to make sure that you don't miss out, again, it's a perfect time to join and then you don't miss out on it. So there's our sweet little easel card. What do you think of that one? I think that turned out so pretty. I really love this card. Okay, I do have more to show though. We're going to move now into... Oh, I forgot to show you my my yellow one. Now this one, I didn't get any gems on it yet, but this one I used yellow, and this is another paper in that group of birthday papers. And this ribbon is also a new product coming in the mini catalog, this yellow ribbon. But you don't have to remember all that. I'll be posting this on my blog. I'll be sending it in my newsletter so you can know what's going on. You can be in the know. Anyway, so now I don't think my comments are keeping up. This happened to me not too long ago, whereas my video kept up, but my comments didn't keep up, and I think people thought I wasn't responding, but I just couldn't see the comments. So there's card number 2. Here were the lighter pink. This is my first one. Those are the lighter pink of the purple gems. So there's our second card. All right, now the next thing I want to show you is the Garden Meadow stamps and dies. as of this morning, everything I'm showing you was still in stock. But don't wait, because things are not lasting. This beautiful stamp set, look at all the stamps in this stamp set. This is a photopolymer stamp set. And there are 16 stamps in here for $9.60. I love the boots. I use them so much. And the flowers, I've used these a lot. It's maybe a spring, it's more of a spring set, but it's on sale. So the number is 162736. It's on sale for $9.60, which is just such a bargain. And then the dies that coordinate with it are also on sale. They were $36. They're now $14.40. Do not miss these. This die alone is worth that price. I have used this so much, and we're going to use it today again. So let's go ahead and make a card with this stamp set and these sets of dies. Now for this, we're going to use also a new set of papers. This is in the mini catalog. This is not a celebration set. This is called, what is this called? This is called Everyday Skies. And these are some of the most beautiful. This is 6x6 DSP. Look at this. We're going to use one of these today. Aren't these just stunning? They're just so, so pretty. Every one of these would make a gorgeous card, really. All you have to do is put it on a card base and put a greeting on it. Look at this. I just think that is just gorgeous. And then another night sky. And then you can see the backs as I turn them over. But this is not celebration. This is mini catalog. But it's coming sooner than you think. Goodness gracious, we're already, look how far we are into December, my friends. It's just speeding by. Okay, now for this card, I'm going to use a color I don't use very often, which is Cajun Craze. I don't know why. I like it for fall, but I just haven't used it as much. Now this card, this is my original card with this. And for this, I used the plaster embossing folder. I think that's what it was called. It's gone. It's no longer here. So I changed it up for our card today. And I went back to the Xenia embossing folder. So we're going to see, we'll see how that looks. It might be a little busy for this particular card. I'm not sure. So I did it in two colors. I did it, and then I did also the frame in two colors. So this one, this is a different sky. Ooh, that's kind of pretty, isn't it? Maybe we'll do a different sky. This is what I used on my original card, but I'm thinking maybe this. If you're watching live, let me know which one of these. What do you think? Let's go. Tell me petal pink or pecan pie. And then I'll get everything else out to get this going here. And let's see what I need. Okay, I know I did, hang on, I know I did I die cut the fence. Yes, here's the fence, but I did not die cut the circle. All right, let's do that. This circle that I used for the greeting on the card, here's the card. Julie likes petal pink. I used, again, I went back to these dies. I should have written the name on these. This is the Everyday Detail dies. What you really need is the number, but so I went back to these and I chose this circle. And I thought I had die cut it. I'm going to go ahead and just die cut it off the screen for a moment. And then I'll be right back. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just right next to the computer, but I'm not in your sight. I'm just going to grab this and cut this. Oh, I did want to tell you something else. So I learned something recently. So this, okay, let me think and get my words right. learned that if you cut your like detailed images like this, and by detailed I mean like all of these little dots here, with vellum first, and then you leave that vellum in, it cuts your die cleaner, and you don't have to do as much poking out. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is going to be my sandwich here. I'm going to have my die, my vellum, and then my paper here. Oops, I moved it. Of course, when I'm by myself, then this is not as problematic. Okay, let me run this through right here. Yeah, and then look at this, how clean that is. So I'm just keeping, when I'm starting to do this with my detail dies, I'm just going to leave this in with my dies. I'm just going to leave this in with everything here. I've done this with several of my label punches too. It's not going to stay, but it's going to be all together. And it's kind of amazing. All right, we're going to go with Petal Pink. So let's see. Now, this is that sky paper, and it's cut exactly 3, which for this die it will work. It's like not 100%. I think I'm going to use Petal Pink, but I think I'm going to use this paper because I'm also going to use, let's go like this. Let's go like that. Let's try that. Here's our green, because I also want to pull in want to pull in this light blue, the Pool Party ribbon. So I'm not sure it goes with the other sky, but it goes with this sky pretty well. So to do this, I cut this. This was a 6x6 paper, so I cut it. Let's see, how tall is it? Let me check real quick. It is 5 1/4. So I cut this at 5 1/4. This should fit like this, yeah. And then, let's see, this is the indented side, this is the raised side, so that's the side I went up. So again, instead of using that plaster, which I think that's the name of it, if you have that embossing folder, you can obviously use that for this card. If you don't have it, anything that looks like a textured background will work for this. Let's actually glue, let's do this differently. Let's glue this down here first. No, let's not. Let's just bring out trying to figure out the steps here. Because this paper is right at 3 inches wide, so I'm going to just lay this on my silicone mat. Silicone mats are really, really nice for this. And I just need to make sure I'm getting that here. Might be easier to do it like this so I can see what I'm doing. See how it's right at 3 inches, that opening? So I'm going to just line this up, the top and the bottom of the paper, like so. Whoops, nope. I have to move this over just a touch. Now, if you want to use up your paper, then you might want to, gosh, you guys, I did not have any problems with this. It keeps sticking to my fingers and then it moves off of the frame. If you want to use up your paper, and you just cut this at 3 1/4 or 3 1/2. Okay. No. All right. This is not that putsy. I don't know why it's being that putsy. But let's try it again. I should have maybe cut this a little bit shorter than 5 1/4. Maybe 5 1/8 would have been okay. I think maybe I didn't get my main frame. What am I trying to say? My archway exactly straight on my paper, so it's not wanting to line up. but we're gonna call that good. Let's put a little more adhesive here. And I think I got my frame a little bit slanted, so let's just go ahead and trim off this little teeny bit of glue or blue paper up here. So let's get that, and the rest I think is good to go. Let's get this down on the paper for Pete's sakes. There we go, like so. But if you want to give yourself a little bit more ease of construction, you might want to cut your DSP a little bit wider. Okay, we're going to cover all this up though, so it's going to be okay. Let's go ahead and do our little fence. I love this little fence with these dies. There's just something about making it, grounding your picture so that it kind of makes you look like you're walking into this beautiful world, this beautiful sky somewhere in the country. I'm going to grab my mini glue dots again. I've used wax. Oh, Julie, you've used wax paper to die cut too. You know, I have too used wax paper. Well, yes, I have. It's been a long time since I've used wax paper. But the vellum is a little bit heavier. You know, I mean, and I think it's going to last better than wax paper. I could be wrong, but I kind of think that. Now, I don't know if there's a right or wrong way to do the fence, but what I did is I just put it off center a little bit here, maybe half an inch up from the bottom of my picture. And then let's go ahead and stamp our greeting. I love this saying, every day is a fresh start. Some days when you go to bed, don't you just think, oh my gosh, I really just need this day to be done. And then the next day you get up and you think, okay, it's gonna be better. Every day is a fresh start. I'm looking for my stamp. Here we go. And move this aside and we'll get this inked up. And there we go. Good, okay, that's it. And I'm getting my stamp clean before we move on because I'll make a mess if we don't. Then this is just gonna be a simple little technique with a ribbon. Where's my ribbon? Okay, so one of my other favorites that's on sale for dirt cheap is this Pool Party Crinkle Ribbon. The number is 162980. It was $9. You guys, it is $2.70. Gosh, I can see myself getting in this camera and that's really annoying me. So I'm going to lower my phone just a touch so my head isn't constantly getting in the camera. Anyway, Pool Party Crinkle Ribbon, and it's on sale for $2.70. It's one of my favorites. I like Pool Party anything pretty much for the most part. I'm going to just put a lot of adhesive on the back because what I'm going to do is just make like kind of like an S on the back. So I'm going to start this up here like so. I'll try and show you, but sometimes when I'm trying to show, I can't do it. I can't do it as well as if I just do it. So I want to make sure I have room to make an S on my label here. So there we go. And then I'm just going to cross this over like so. And then I'm going to cross it back again like so. This way. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe this is a little too loopy. Let's close that loop a little bit. And this one. You can kind of adjust it because you can just, you know, the ribbon isn't going to stick really hard to the adhesive. It's kind of just a placeholder. Well, of course, now I've got this all screwed up. Let's do it. This is easier to do if you're not trying to show how to do it. Okay, let's call that good. This is my ribbon scissors, so I'm going to grab this real quick. But this is a really pretty ribbon. I like the ruffle on it. I've used it so much. I didn't get this trimmed very well. and it's so cheap. You could make a lot of 3D projects or cards with this ribbon because it's less than $3, which for ribbon is really good. Let's face it, for anything, that's really pretty good. I'm going to grab my dimensionals again. I can find them. I don't know why my dimensionals always seem to just disappear. My little ones always show up. I guess we could start with those until I see my other ones. Let's go ahead and stick that. I want at least some of the dimensional actually on the cardstock and not just the ribbon, so it's a little bit more secure, like so. No, we're going to have to have one at least or two on the ribbon itself, but it'll be okay because the ribbon is stuck down to adhesive as well. And hopefully for my next card, my dimensionals will show up because I know they're here somewhere. Let's take these off. These keep wanting to lift up because they don't like to stick very much to ribbon. But if you get a few down, then they're going to stick. There we go. And then this one. Okay, so there we go. Then we're just going to put this cute little bow down here. Every day is a fresh start. And then we are going to go, whoops, let's get that straight. Just put it over our little fence there, like so. And then let's go back to grab these sweet little gold dots again. Our low profile dots, not a very exciting name, but for a very, very pretty embellishment. Let's put some up here. Could have used the pink ones on this as well. I'm going to use, whoops. Let's put one actually in our scene. So there's our card number 3. Oh, we didn't put it inside in this. Let's get it inside in this. Let me grab my, I have a whole stack of card insides, but of course when I try to reach for them, I can't find them. Okay, let's go ahead and get our every day is a fresh start. Let's see what else is in this stamp set. Let me grab. Hold on, let me grab the stamp set itself. Thinking of you, let's do that. Thinking of you. Because you're probably going to send this card to someone that needs a little encouragement. Because obviously they've probably had a bad day, a bad week, a bad time. And let's grab our Cajun Craze again, and then we'll just ink this up really well. Tap, tap, tapping. Not squishing, no squishing, just tap, tap, tap. Just moved, not straight. Okay, let's try that again. Here we go. All right, you can usually pull it up unless you really, really, really tape it down really hard. Thinking of you. And then let's put a little cute something else in here. How about maybe just a little basket of flowers. Just a little basket of flowers. Let's do this. Flowers are always good. And we want to decorate the inside of our cards. So let's go ahead and grab this. Now, I don't really love the way that this stamped because it didn't stamp a really solid image. So I'm guessing that I maybe hadn't used that stamp before, so I hadn't really roughed it up or cleaned it. So I'm going to do that right now. This is what you should do with your photopolymer stamps and your red rubber ones. But you can also use like an emery board or a pencil eraser or something like that. And they'll have, you kind of get rid of that little film that is between the stamp and the ink that is from the mold when they put them in the molds. Yeah, see, this stamps really well. So there we go, thinking of you. That turned out pretty, I think. I love that little archway. As I said, this stamp set, this set of dies is worth it just for that. Just for that die. It's $14.40, but yet you get all these. This is grasses. This is like goes over the grasses. There's so many cute things in this stamp set and this set of dies. So there's that one. All right, we've got one more, my friends. If you're still with me, I'm so happy you're here. This time we're going to make a masculine card. I don't know if you're like me, but I always need masculine cards. I am always thumbing through my cards to find something for the guys in my life. So for this one, we're going to use yet another stamp set that's retiring. I bought this for my husband Steve because he's very into trains. So he's in a model train building. He's in a club and we have one at home, etc., etc. But this one is not on sale, but it is on the last chance list, so it's not staying. And I thought let's give it a little bit of attention today, just in case you need something nice for the masculine people in your life. All right, for this, we're going to also use a new product that's coming. This paper is so gorgeous. It is all these plaids. Look at this paper. It is just stunning. And look at this, gingham. 2 colors of gingham, 3 colors of gingham, blues and greens. Calypso coral, that looks like, or maybe that's Cajun crepe as well. But all these gorgeous prints. They're not all, I don't think they're super masculine, but they're super, they feel to me kind of like sweater weather, but they're appearing in spring. So let me get this back in this paper, and then let me tell you the name of this so you know what's coming and you know to look for it. This is not Celebration. This is in the mini catalog, the new spring mini, and it is called, this one is called Timeless Plaid Designer Series paper, and it is 6x6. So I've just started creating with this. I'm super excited about it. I just think it's so pretty. I think you'll really enjoy having this if you like plaid. If you don't like plaid, then you're probably not going to love it. But if you do, this will be a perfect set of papers to play with in the spring. Okay. Now, I apologize for this one. I did not have time to recreate this card, and I used the deckled rectangles because, as I said, when I created these cards, it was still in stock. But you could just cut layers, cut rectangles, and mat them. Well, let's make sure this goes the right way. I'm using a mossy metal card base, and then we're using our plaid paper. We're going to go ahead and put this in the inside so that that's all done. And then we'll put a different greeting on the inside, but let's go ahead and get that part done. Then what I'm going to do is go ahead and we're going to stamp that very cool train. I'm going to take him and we're going to use Misty Moonlight for this guy. And then we're going to do a coloring technique to add a little bit of interest and zing on this card. So I'm going to stamp, I think I need to re-ink my Misty Moonlight. It's not gripping very well. So this is Misty Moonlight on our train. And then we're going to take sponge dauber, and we're going to take our Mossy Meadow, since our card base is Mossy Meadow here. We're going to take our Mossy Meadow ink, and now here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to dip my sponge dauber in my ink, and then I'm going to just color on the stamp itself. Now before I go back into my ink, I'm going to just daub this off because I don't want that blue that the sponge dauber is picking up. I don't want the blue into my green. So I'm just kind of stamping that off a little bit and then grabbing a little bit more ink and then going back in here. This is kind of the ground underneath the train track. And we're just adding a little bit of interest by adding a second color there. And then, since it's been sitting a minute, I'm going to huff on it with warm air. And I'm going to actually stand up and get this on our card, our deckled rectangle. If you have these, I'm so happy you got them when they were available. If you don't have them, I'm sorry you missed them. But let that be a reminder to not miss anything else. Don't delay when you want something, because they do disappear. Isn't that pretty though? Just that little bit of extra green on it. So we're just gonna go ahead and adhere this. Now, as I said, if you don't have these and you couldn't get them, just cut a rectangle this size and cut a piece of Misty Moonlight just a little bit bigger. And you'll still have basically the same thing on your card as I do. Oh, I forgot to do one more thing, but we can do it like this. We're going to take our Pool Party ink, and we're going to take a blending brush, and then let's just add a little bit of daylight. I'm going to kind of tap it off first around our train, and just give a little bit more depth. Okay. Coming off as very green, isn't it? Uh-oh, this might not be my Pool Party brush. Yikes. Hang on, I think I maybe grabbed the wrong brush. And I don't want any more green. Yep, look, can you see that there's now green in my Pool Party? I can fix that later, but for now, hang on, I'm trying to find a Pool Party brush. Here, I had it set aside. Doggone it. Okay, well, what I'm going to do with this is I'll just show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take a wet wipe. I'm not going to do the re-inking right now, but I'll show you how to fix this if you do the same thing I just did. So I'm just going to kind of gently dab that green off. It's kind of right in the middle there, and so you can see it's not going to really show very much. And then a little bit later, after the video, I'll just grab my Pool Party ink refill. Now let's get back. I want a Pool Party for my sky, not green. So it's going to be okay. We're just going to have a little bit more green in our sky than than I intended to have. I'm going to kind of go out of here. I'm just going to go around my train a little bit and bring in the sky down to the... I'll show you on my sample it's better than this because there's no green in it. But let's go ahead and mount this here. Now, and let's use our dimensionals. You know what? I don't know where my dimensionals are, so I'm just going to grab a new one. Or do I even have a new one? Yes, I do. I usually keep some right at my desk because I go through these so fast. Then we'll go ahead and mount our train on here. And then I'll show you one more new product that's coming. That's going to be really fun for our projects in the spring. Let's take these all off. I thought this plaid paper went so well with this train stamp. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what I want to do with this. Like so. There we go. And then, let's see, the greeting on this. I just use a strip. I have a lot of these half-inch strips from cutting insides of cards. When you cut 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches out of an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper, you get these 1-inch strips, and I keep them because I do use them actually all the time. Now I'm looking. Here's one of the phrases in this stamp set, looking to happiness ahead. Or here's to happiness ahead. So this also could be an encouragement card. It also could be someone that's worked hard at their job and they've gotten a promotion, or they've hit a milestone in their job. That's pretty straight. I'm happy with that. We're going to take that. And then what I usually do is I just trim these with my scissors. And then the new product I'm going to show you is, somebody used these for adhesive, which I don't use those for adhesive, but that's okay. Let's go ahead. So this is the new twine, and doggone it, I can't remember what it's called. And I'm kind of looking for my catalog. Here is, I can't show you, but I can look it up. I think it might be part of that birthday suite. Let me see if it is. Nope, the gold ribbon is part of the birthday suite. And in the new catalogs, we don't yet have, there's the yellow ribbon. I'm sorry, I can't show you as I'm thumbing through this. You can't see it. We do have some other really pretty ribbons. I guess it doesn't matter because you can't buy it now anyway. Let me see if I can find it quick. Not having any luck. I don't want to take your time just waiting for me to look for this. But this is a new twine that goes with one of the new suites coming. And for this, all I did is I just actually tied a little bow. And it's shiny. It's easy to work with because it isn't really thin like twine or, you know, baker's twine or linen thread. It's a little thicker than that. So I'm just going to make a bow and then cut. Gosh dang it, I don't know. Someone used that, not me, for adhesive. Let's go ahead and I have another one. I have several paper snips because I go through them a lot. Now for this, I'm going to do kind of the same thing. I'm going to just run some adhesive along here. And then I'm going to tie this, or add this bow just actually to the back of my, let's see, it's going to go like this. So I think we want our bow to go like that, kind of slanted like that, like so. Okay, then let's take our dimensionals now and let's go ahead and stick this one down. Then we'll put some gems on this one, and here's the happiness ahead. I thought that turned out pretty with the train and the new paper. So now I have a masculine card. I'm not sure. This could be a birthday card as well. I'm not going to put an inside greeting right now because I'm not sure. But I'm going to go back to those gold dots and put these on. There's some other gorgeous gems coming, but I didn't think they went necessarily the greatest with this card. So I'll show those to you in another upcoming video so you get to see what else is coming that I'm super excited about. So there we go. There's our train card. I haven't been able to look at your comments, so I will look at them now, and if I missed your question or if I missed your comment or question, I promise I'll come back. Here are our projects for today. Here's the pool party without the green in it. Here's the green. We'll hide that one. There's that one. Which one is your favorite? I would love to know. So this is 4. This is 3. This is 2. And this is 1. I don't know if they're all on the screen, but you know which ones they are, so you can vote for 1, 2, 3, or 4. And even if you're watching replay, I would love to know which is your favorite. And perfect paper. Oh, Roxanne, this twine is from Utterly Awesome, then it's available right now, if that's what it's from. Julie says she likes the lower profile embellishments, and so does the post office, yes, for sure. And these are low profile, so are these, actually. Oops, we lost a sequin there. Let's put this one on top. This one has all three. I'll add that one later. Thank you, Roxanne, for letting us know that this, I think she's talking about this, is from the Utterly Awesome, which is available right now. It's an online exclusive that is available. All right, friends. Anything else? I'm looking at my comments. Thanks so much for being here with me today. I'm going to bring you up so I can say goodbye in person. Let me click my toolbar here. Here we go. Tools, upside down. There we go. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I know it was a long Facebook. I was going to split it up, but I thought so many things are disappearing that that background paper, what am I trying to say, that embossing folder, that plaster embossing folder disappeared, the deckled rectangles disappeared, other things were disappearing. I thought, I'm just going to go for it and let them see everything today. But thank you for the hearts. Thank you for your support of my small-time business. I love that you watch with me, you comment, you give me hearts, you put orders in with me. I'm very grateful for you. I really, really am. This is my full-time job. I spend all my time working my business, and I'm just very thankful for those of you that support me. Thanks for spending your time with me, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye. Well, if I can find the button to turn it off. There we go. Here it goes. Bye-bye.